Hello, everybody, and welcome to the end of the line. If you aren't down for some good old-fashioned trash talk, then I suggest you go read a book or run a mile or some other shit. Today, I have the king of trash talk himself, Mr. Mahtie Bush. What's up, my friend?
I'm glad that was a hell of an intro. I didn't know I was a king, but I'll take it.
You're a prince, maybe? I don't know.
I'll take it.
I mean, I've seen you take down some people on Twitter, so.
This is true.
Yeah.
You've seen. Yeah, if you've ever heard me have to combat another person verbally, yeah, you've definitely. I know you have. You've heard me say some wild shit.
I mean, you're a straight up comedian. If you didn't rap, would you be a comedian?
I've definitely thought about it several times, even to this day. I have like a little thing like that I've written. You know what I mean? Like my own. How do you say like a stand up?
Okay, like a whole stand-up routine or whatever.
Yeah, but it's hard to come up with 3 minutes of just making someone laugh.
Yeah, that's hard. I've thought about trying to do stand-up comedy because it looks fun, but I feel like I'd get fucked up after. Like, you tell one joke and people are like, oh, okay. Yeah. And then, ooh, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, I think I would crash and burn after this like what I wrote, and then I don't know what else I wrote.
Yeah, especially if you got an audience that you're not used to. It's like some people that are laughing at some other dumb shit, and you're like, I don't know if my jokes are gonna hit with this.
It's easier to be an MC than it is to do comedy in that way of like, at least there's music playing, you can get the crowd moving type shit. When it comes to like stand up, they're there to get your point of view on something and maybe be shocked. Or that's the way I look at it. Like,
yeah.
Whereas like, you go to a show, that's a different thing. Like, usually they're not there to see you in the first place. They're there to see the
headliner.
The headliner.
Okay.
But like you're there and like you might surprise them with your music. Whereas comedian, man, you got to be funny all the way through.
Yeah, you got to be almost funnier than the headliner because people are just they want to see that guy or girl, and if you ain't killing it, they're going to just forget about you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess in the same way of MCing, like, if you're not killing it, let's go to the bar.
Where's that drink at?
Yeah, man, this guy is killing me.
So have you headlined shows yet?
Yeah, I've headlined shows.
Okay.
I've headlined shows a few times.
Because I know on Spotify, you're hitting, like, a lot of views now. Or a lot of listens, I mean.
Yeah.
And I guess in this last year you've really like blown up, so it seems like if you haven't been doing headliners yet, you probably are. It's pretty soon.
The streaming with Spotify has been good. I really dedicated this year to getting my Spotify streams up, because I saw what it was. Every year Spotify gives you this thing that's like, oh, this is how many streams you got for the year. Yeah. And last year, like, I saw him and I was like, damn, that's all I got. And I was like, you know what? I can do better than this. I wasn't concentrating on it.
Yeah.
And then I decided to concentrate on it. And within like 2 months, I noticed that I already topped last year's streams. Yeah. And then COVID hit. And then the streams went up even more because people were, forced to go to streaming platforms as opposed to going to shows.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, there's no shows right now.
Yeah, so because there's no shows, like, people are looking for music. There was no distractions. You know what I mean? So you're at home the entire time for the most part, or in your car.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like you're looking for stuff. So people started seeing it, and then it started messing with the algorithms, and I don't know how the algorithms work, but like it worked for me.
It seems like a hustle to just even promote your shit.
It is.
I have this podcast on Spotify, and I probably got like 2 downloads. So
shout outs to you couple people out there.
Yeah. But no, it's like I've noticed that, at least I'm sure it's the same in like the rap scene, but definitely like in the breaking scene, there's a lot of like really skilled people that just don't really promote themselves. They're just good as shit. And the people that really are popular are ones that got these like, high populated Instagram accounts or whatever, like they're always posting stuff. It's going viral all the time, and it's like they really care about promoting themselves. And I'm curious, like, how similar that is to like the rap scene. It seems like promotion is like one of the key elements to really going big.
For me, that is like always been my thing. Even when I was breaking, like promote yourself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like character just is a big deal. If you have character and you're just a genuinely like people just genuinely like you type thing, that's gonna take you far too. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Cause like you could be the dopest person, even doesn't matter, breaking, MC, you be the dopest person, but if you're a jerk, like a straight up dick, like
people like
no one's gonna rock with you.
Yeah.
But like if you're like a jerk in a way of like you have to defend yourself, but you're funny, that's different because people kind of relate to that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, what fool? Like, you know, like, yo, that's
Yeah.
But yeah, you can have all the skill in the world, but if you're not promoting yourself, then I mean, what's it worth? That's like that dude that's always breaking in the garage, who's like, yeah, I'm just gonna come out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, and he never comes out. He
never comes out.
He ends up quitting.
Yeah, you're like, yo, what happened? You're like, oh man,
I came out of nowhere, and I went nowhere.
And I went nowhere. I was trying to come out of nowhere, and I went nowhere.
Everyone already left when I came out.
My goal is complete.
He like goes and buys himself a trophy and just puts it in his garage.
I did that.
None of y'all know.
The out of nowhere trophy. God dang.
Yeah, and then he posts a picture of it on Instagram and likes it himself.
It was me. That about sums it up right there. Sums that up.
Is there like a rap equivalent of that?
Oh, I'm sure of it, dude.
Like, is there fools that are just dropping tracks and like?
I know some people who have decided that they will never do shows ever again, and they're just gonna do songs. But then they do their songs, and then they decide it's not good enough. It's not good enough.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, so when is it ever gonna be good enough? Because you're never gonna come back out and do shows no more, right? So why aren't you dropping? And if you have like all this, like you have all this equipment, but you don't do nothing with it, then what was the point? Like,
damn, that hurts. That's my show.
And this episode will never come out.
I'll drop it. Just 2 people will listen. Thank you, 2 people.
Shout out to y'all.
Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Vince, for watching half of it.
Damn. Yeah, no, I there's people in rap that are like that though, like and I'm like, dude, you gotta drop, like you gotta drop, like don't be, if you're scared of that, if you're scared of failure, like you're not built for succeeding.
For succeeding. Oh yeah. No, that's a good point, because actually, I think it's a good mentality to have, that you're always striving to make something better.
Yeah.
But you also got to realize that you can always make something better. So if you're not putting the period at the end of it and releasing or whatever, or just going out to press with it, like you're just always going to be in the shop. You're always going to be in the lab trying to change something. I mean, I've fallen down that many times where I'm like, this ain't ready, and like, oh, now I'm old and I fucking break myself off, I can't do this move no more, so the world will never know.
The world would never know. I used to do that. Oh yeah
Where's the footage? Oh no.
I used to do that, but
I swear,
I can't do it no more.
I swear, Freak Rock seen me. Freak Rock, no. Never did.
I never saw it. No, there's MCs like that for sure. For sure. I try not to be like that.
Yeah, no. I mean, it seems like you've been really hustling this last year. Well, actually, you've been hustling for a long time, but definitely I've seen like you grow a lot in this year, particularly because I've seen how much your numbers have grown. Like, you've always been a dope MC, but it's like, it seems like you were kind of like the underground dude from Sac or whatever, but now it's like you're getting a lot of listens and shit, and so it's like kind of interesting to see that.
I've been fortunate enough to just focus on it. Like all right, so basically, I got injured in Vegas doing a top rock competition. I had torn my ACL, and I had to get surgery, and it made me obviously stop dancing.
Yeah.
And I started focusing on my music on a different level of it, like on the internet side of it, the social network side of it. And because I, done that, I, shit started picking up. Even though obviously I couldn't go anywhere and this and that. And then, COVID hit or whatever, everything still, like, numbers wise, just went up because of that. If it wasn't for the injury, I don't know if I would even have focused on it.
That's interesting. Yeah, because I tore my meniscus in my knee like a long ass time ago. Yeah, and I couldn't break really, and the only thing I could do was freaking backspins, and I learned how to backspin pretty well. So
your backspins are fire, by the way.
So it's like, kind of seems like you almost did the same thing in like the music world. Yeah, so that's interesting. Yeah.
I had no choice, man. It was just kind of like, all right, what the hell am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, I was really determined on this top rock thing, and I was just dancing, and in the middle of the competition, my shit snapped and popped. Goddamn. And once that happened, I was just like, yo, I gotta do music. I gotta do music. I gotta do more music. Yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna wait on nobody. I'm just gonna do me. And if the shit happens, it happens. Yeah. And I was blessed enough to have other producers hit me. I was doing shit myself. I've had a lot of success this year with a lot of different avenues of music.
Yeah, I mean, I seen you do a couple features, and you had a couple people feature on you. Do you produce your own beats, or do you get like a lot of other people?
I produce my own beats, but I try not to overdo that like too much, because there's like producers that all they do is make beats, right? And they'll lease them or sell them or whatever. I don't want to do that too much, because I don't want some dude that I just don't think is good on my beats. Like, sorry, like, I'm not gonna lease my beat out for $20 to hear you just destroy it. Yeah, like, I don't feel comfortable with that. So that's not good. And if the beat is dope, I'm taking it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
it's mine. I'm taking it. Yeah. And then the other thing is, and this sounds terrible, but I don't care. If you're a producer and you send me something, if I feel like my stuff sounds better than yours, then I'm not gonna use your beat.
Yeah. That's reasonable.
Like, if you know my music, don't send me something that like I wouldn't get on. Yeah. If you know my music, send me exactly what you hear. Like, yo, he would get on this. He would get on that. Yeah. Because I don't want to just get some random Fruity Loop trash can sounding like play school garbage. Like, yo, man, you see me? Like, what's wrong with you? This is what you think of me? That's how I feel. Like, this is what you think of me? Oh, he likes boom bap. Here, let me just grab this trash can and put this there. Here, let's see how you do with that. Like, no, like, that's trash to me. Like, I don't want. You know what I mean?
It's like a diss almost.
Yeah, it's like a diss.
It's a diss.
It's a diss. You're dissing me by sending me this trash.
So, is there like a certain beat you really go for? Like, obviously, like, I think a lot of your shit sounds kind of boom bappy, but like, are you kind of open to anything? I mean, there's some kind of wild ass beats I've heard nowadays. So.
I'm open to a lot of different beats, I guess, but I mean, it gotta make your head nod. It gotta be. It gotta make the trunk rattle. It gotta. Yeah. It gotta make your ears. Your headphones. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You don't need to pull out the calculator to figure out if this is dope. If you're like not nodding your head or whatever, it ain't worth it.
It ain't worth. Yeah, dude. Like, look, man, we're all competing still. Like, I know I'm Mahtie Bush, but like, I gotta like drop music next to Busta Rhymes and Drake. Yeah, I gotta drop music next to.
Yeah, that's literally your freaking. Your
my
competition.
lane. Yeah, this is my competition. Like, yes, these are legends, and yes, they are amazing and whatever else, but I got to try to shine against that.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you're not sending me quality to shine against something like that, then it's not even worth it for me personally. And I'm not trying to like be a jerk about it, but it's like, think of who you would want to send this to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like who could you see rapping on this? And if it's not good enough, toss it away, start over, start something fresh. Because there's beats I've done where I'm like, you'll never hear these because they were that trash. Like I'll hear it and I'll be like, what the hell was I doing?
Yeah.
And I will not send them out.
Yeah, it's in the garbage can already.
Yeah, they're with your beats that you sent me. They're trash.
It's in the trash, dude. Well, the logo
trash
for the show is trash, so we got you.
Damn, he's gonna have me like this in a trash can or some shit. Like, thanks.
I'm gonna do that in the video.
Comedy, man.
Going back to what you were saying earlier, where you're considering like Busta Rhymes and them kind of like your competition. I really like that idea. It's because it really is true that is your competition, and if you're not really mentally putting yourself in that same rank,
right,
you're not doing yourself any favors to getting better, right?
Yeah, dude. There's and then there's the younger dudes out there like Russ. Russ is dope, and like you have to like compete against that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's a whole new generation of MCs and rappers that like I'm having to like try to stand next to and stand out with. You know what I mean? So it's like, do you really want to just kind of, I don't know, be mediocre, or do you want to be on this level that you see that you are inspired by?
Yeah.
And yeah, like I'm trying to stand next to them. Like I'm trying to get my music as close to that as possible.
Yeah.
Because that's where we're at. That's what it is.
And that's what you're up against.
That's what I'm up against.
Yeah. That's interesting because it's just reminding me of like some big like Bboy battles I've seen in the back in the day, where it's like something that comes to mind is like it was last year's BC1 when that dude from Kazakhstan kind of like, I mean he was somewhat well known, but he kind of came out of nowhere and smoked like a lot of like really big name B-boys, and controversial.
That fool is dope.
He's so good, and like a lot of people think he actually should have won the last battle too. And I look at it.
That's how I look. I thought
and
he
it's
did
like,
too.
dude, kind of came out of nowhere and was like, "Yo, I'm putting these guys. This is what I'm up against. These are the top of the game." But you know what?
My man with the elbow spin, right? Is that the?
Oh
dude?
No. It was the dude with the crazy thread.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the elbow spin is Uzi Rock. That guy's fucking dope too.
I loved him too.
That guy's so good. That guy swags it out. I love that.
Yeah, I love his creativity.
Yeah,
it took me back to like the Robzilla time.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what it took me back to that time because of how he was doing it. He didn't let nothing, you know what I mean, dictate his timing.
Yeah.
He took his time.
Yeah.
And he gave you exactly what he wanted to give you.
Exactly. I mean,
he didn't rush,
and he goes against some people that are like super 100 miles per hour and stuff, and like it's easy to play into the game where you want to also do that, but he's like, nope, I do my own thing. I'm gonna go out here. I'm gonna smile at the crowd. I'm gonna point whatever. I'm gonna get into this song or whatever, and he'll straight up do it. 1-minute-long round, 2-minute-long round, and just kill it.
Yeah, because he's taking his time, showing you his skill, what he worked on this whole time, and now he's presenting it to you, as opposed to like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do?
That when you get into that mindset, you already lost.
Yeah.
I imagine there's a similar mindset in like music too, where you're,
dude. Yes. Stage shows, you do end up like that.
Yeah.
In stage shows, you end up like that sometimes. Like, you might want to like spit your acapella as fast as possible, and it's dope to you, but like everybody else in the crowd might have missed.
They couldn't hear it.
The punchline, or I mean, you didn't bring that out.
The delivery.
Your delivery was da 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 da, and sometimes people really get into that. But then there's a whole other section of people where they're like, what did he say? All he did was just put a word next to this word, and it didn't even make sense. Or he knows how to put words together, but it doesn't affect me. It doesn't move me.
Yeah.
Same with breaking. You can put a whole bunch of stuff together, and it doesn't move me.
Yeah.
If it doesn't move me, it doesn't move me.
Yeah,
Whereas, like, if you you show character and all that in it, then it's like, ooh. And you might have said the same thing I said, but the way I said it was just better. And that's the same thing with breaking.
Yeah, no, you know what? I was actually talking to Chai about this recently, and we were talking about like judging and how there's all these like different judging systems that are put together with all this different criteria about it. And I was making the case to him that like, that's good to have the criteria there, but if the round meets all the criteria, but you don't care about it, like, doesn't that mean something? And I was, you know, so we got into a big talk about like what a good system would look like. And I was saying, I think a good judging system would account for just you being literally amazed by what someone just did, as opposed to checking off boxes of, yeah, he did the dope top rock, he did this, yeah, cool, that's cool, okay.
I've you know, judging is one of the hardest things to do, no matter what it is, for music, dance, whatever. Judging is a very difficult thing because it's a personal opinion of what you feel, whatever. And if you do the criteria boxes thing, now you got to stay in that for yourself, I think.
Oh yeah.
I've had issues with judging myself, not with the judges who I've, you know, like had a break for, or I had a rap for. Like, that's your own personal opinion. You know what I mean? I can't really get mad at you. Like, I don't hold grudges for that. Like, if I lose, I don't hold grudges at all. Like, I'm not gonna get mad at the judge. That's just me. That's your personal opinion, whatever. And if you got an issue with the judge before the shit even starts, then that's your problem, because you knew what you're getting yourself into.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You knew what you're getting yourself into. You don't have to enter.
Yeah, you chose to do it, so you're choosing to let that guy dictate what's gonna happen. Yeah.
So that's your fault.
Yeah.
That's your problem. Like, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about judging, because it's hard, man. It's a personal opinion. It's, you know, and then sometimes the battle might be so damn good. Now it has to come down to details. Yeah. Because if you slip, and I noticed that you slipped, and he didn't, and you both did a dope round, but his was just clean because he didn't slip, I gotta go with him.
Yeah.
Oh. Because you fell, you tripped, you knew that you messed up.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why I'm even going into the details is because it was that close.
Yeah. When battles are close, I think that's when you really see someone's actual bias come into play. Because, like, take for instance someone like Migas. If he was battling against someone, you know, with a completely different style, let's say like Remind or something, right? Okay. They both do equally dope rounds. How are you going to judge them? They just have completely different styles. What do you do? I think it just comes down to what you like more. You know, if you like more footwork style, you're probably going to go towards Migas. If you like kind of more like of a top rock kind of freeze style, you're probably going to go with Remind.
I think also with that battle, with that battle, that also goes back to who's on that day.
Yeah, definitely.
And if they're both just on fire, then I think it goes to your what do you like more?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is if they're both equally just killing it, they both threw a round that has, you know, it's a stacked round, it's hard to choose. You're going,
and I don't want to be put in that position.
Yeah, it's not a fun position.
I don't want to be put in that
position. And that's what I think that's what it determines a good judge versus a bad judge. Because if you can't decide in that moment, I don't think you should really be judging.
I've decided that I will probably never judge a B-boy battle.
Yeah.
I decided that pretty long ago, honestly. Just because I just feel like, yo, man, like, I've been in that position before where cats have just been killing it. And I've also been in the position where I've seen just small details and I'm like, yo, like, you didn't do this. And now I have to go for the other person. we might be cool as hell off, out of this, and I'm gonna feel horrible because of this.
Yeah.
But me personally, I don't take offense to anybody's personal opinion. Like that's your personal opinion. That's your personal opinion. Yeah. I'm an MC.
It's the same way. It's the same way as judging like painting or something.
Yeah.
You like this painting over that painting. Doesn't mean that painting's not good.
Look, I'm an MC. I like certain MCs different than other things. And then there's music that I like that you would never even like think of. You know what I mean? Like, so who's to say like what's right and wrong? But if you enter a competition, like, fool, you know what time it is. Like, it's a personal opinion thing. Yeah,
it is. Yeah. I mean, the judges put in place to give their opinion on the battle, and that's what they're going to do, and you don't have to agree with it.
Now, and that's the other thing, too, is, like, if you knew the judge didn't have more experience than you as a dancer, or you knew the judge doesn't know what the hell they're talking about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I get in. I don't know, man. I get I can't get upset about that. I just can't personally. I can't get upset about a person's opinion on dance.
Yeah.
Even with MCing, I've entered competitions where I thought I murdered it. Like I thought I stood out by a long shot, and they went with someone else. And I'm like, well, all right, I guess I'll use this for content.
Yeah. No, you know what? I like, because there's been a lot of times when, because I get pretty stubborn about something, like especially if I have like a certain move or certain concept that I've been working on in breaking, and I throw it out at a jam or something and it just doesn't hit the right way.
Doesn't resonate?
Yeah, and then people are like, that's a whack ass move or something, even the judge said, yeah, that's a whack ass move. And yeah, but I know there's something there. You know what I mean? So when someone tells me it's whack, that just means I delivered it wrong. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe it is whack, but it cues me to go, okay, I need to take a better look at this and see what it is. Because I know personally that I had something there. Let me just figure out how to make it hit more. And I imagine that's probably how you go through like some of the lyrics you got,
Oh, yeah. When it comes to the MCing part of things, bro, I'll come up with all these concepts. And I just want to make sure that it gets across.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't get across, like I'll be like, damn, how did you miss that? Or then I'll be like, damn, how did I miss not getting that across? You know what I mean? Because I'm like, yo, but you couldn't see that this went with this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this goes with this, and it's a different way of me saying it. Like I'll use a saying, and it'll be like a double meaning. You know what I mean? And I'm like, you didn't get the other meaning? Yeah. You didn't understand that?
Those kind of metaphors are like sometimes hard to do, because if they're not on the same wavelength as you exactly and they miss it, it's a bomb, dude.
I'll talk about I'll say something about traveling and you're just airheaded, but I'm airbending and I'm landing this and that. How do you not see that scheme?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How did you not see that scheme? I got nothing but drive and all I do is spit gas. Like, how don't you see that scheme?
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, yo, you gotta see that scheme for like how? But then I go back and I'll be like, how did I not deliver it correctly?
Yeah.
And then sometimes it's the wrong beat or the wrong time. Like, same with breaking. You can do the same move at practice over and over and over again, and you will not get the same reaction. You do it out of town.
Oh, yeah.
You do it out of town in front of somebody that you look up to, and they go crazy for it. You're like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
Like, how don't I get that reaction at home? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, no.
Come here, dog.
Chill. What was I gonna say? I think that sometimes happens when you got like, because in your hometown people see like what you're doing, like because they understand like what you're all about. But when you go out of town, you might have this really off the wall style that no one's ever seen before. And so then when you're throwing all your stuff that these guys back at home see all the time,
right,
it's going to hit way differently. So I think that's probably
my style when I was breaking in Vegas was just breaking in Vegas. But when I came to Sac, my style here,
yeah, it was off the wall.
it was different.
Yeah.
Some people thought it was lazy, but some people liked it because of the flow. And then some people had never seen dancing on beat and actually going to the words of a song at the time. No one had, at that time, nobody was really getting into the song like that. You know what I mean? You might have like did a couple of up rocks or, you know what I mean, whatever on, or hit a freeze on beat. But the whole point for me was to always stay in the flow and to always stay on beat. And in Vegas, to me, that's like a normal thing. Whereas at that time,
yeah.
and then when I came over here, it was like, yo, this dude is dancing completely different.
Yeah, no, I remember that one time at like Whitey 4, I think.
Oh yeah.
You just burnt. I forget who it was. You burned someone hella hard, and it was just like every time you did a move, and you stood up every time I see that woman, and it was like,
yeah. And see, at that time,
it was so perfect.
at that time, that was like a blow up.
Yeah, I mean, because it was just perfectly like executed,
right?
And it was simple too, and everybody saw it. And it's like,
and there was no movement. There was no like. It wasn't like I did a freeze or I did like some crazy power move, which I would never do in my life. But it was the timing. It was the setting. It was what it was. Like everything at that moment in time was perfect. Like it was just like it was like a bomb went off when I did that. Whereas like I've done it in other places, and it didn't resonate as much.
Yeah, it had to be the right setting.
Yeah, and that was like the right time, right setting, footage, camera was there.
Yeah,
like everything was like perfect.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of like, I guess, there's a lot of skill in, I guess, like knowing how to notice the moment and like play with it, you know.
Right. There was a time when you were judging that jam in Elk Grove. We were battling floor magnets. I think it was Alex or somebody, but I went across the whole crew and I started, you know, like cutting off their head or whatever, like doing some, you know, top rock shit. And dude laid down on the ground like he was acting like he was dead.
Oh.
And I stood over him and I just went over there like I was pissing on him. And
I remember that.
And I didn't do much after that in my round, but because I burned. Like first off, I went across your whole crew. Just, you know what I mean? Smack, and you guys didn't fight me back or anything. Yeah. And then you laid down to act like you like I really hit you. And so I stand over you. And I just pretend like I'm pissing on you.
Oh my god, I gotta find the video
and it was perfectly timed. You know what I mean? It was just like it was perfect timing.
Yeah.
And at that time,
and that was like round 1 or something. And it's like, I think this battle's over. Like, I wish you could just end the battle there. Like, oh, you lost already, dude.
And like at that, it was perfect timing.
Yeah,
perfect timing. You just gotta have timing sometimes.
Yeah,
it's not always about the craziest move you can do. It those moves do mean something.
Yeah,
but so does the burn and the timing of it. Like that shit will take you far.
It really will. I mean, that's riding the moment and definitely.
If you give me the opportunity, and you know I'm a jerk, oh yeah, it's gonna be a problem for you.
That's hilarious.
Cause I love that shit. Like I love burns. I love comedy. I love metaphors and punchlines, similes. Those are like how I think in general. Contrast and compare. Like that's how I think already. So when I add that with dance or emceeing, like you get the character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So do you think some of your biggest inspirations are like from comedy, or is it? I mean, I guess where does a lot of that inspiration come from?
Overall, like just in hip hop in general.
Yeah, just all over the place.
I mean, I could pull from all kinds of stuff. I could pull from soul, it's like just soul music, or I could pull from like Bugs Bunny. You know what I mean? Like
that's a good answer, actually.
like I could pull from Muhammad Ali for his dancing in the ring, because
his like
when I first
victory celebration.
When I first started b-boying, I didn't know how to top rock. So I looked at Muhammad Ali.
Oh, that's tight.
Because Ali would dance in the ring.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He would go back and forth, side to side, kind of just keep moving his feet. And then when he would come in, he'd hit you, right? So
his footwork as he boxed is like really.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, I mean, it really was.
He was ahead of his time.
Yeah.
And so that's what I look at. So like I look at all those things, and then I look at like, you know, my favorite comedian is Rodney Dangerfield.
That guy's good.
He's my favorite comedian.
I forgot about that guy.
Because Rodney Dangerfield clowns himself.
Yeah, he's good at that.
And if he can do that to himself, imagine what he would do to you.
Yeah, Rodney Dangerfield is funny.
Like, you know, Caddyshack, like the famous line is like, he's like, oh man, look at this hat. Like, it should come with a bowl of soup. Then he looks at the guy's wearing it. He's like, oh, but it looks good on you.
Oh my God.
And then the facial expression is like,
that's what it is. His facial expressions are so good.
It's on point all the time. And I love that. Like, that's my shit. Alf type shit.
Yeah. Just goofy as fuck. Yeah.
And you know what I mean? It's just a punchline after punchline. It's a hit type of thing. And then, of course, there's, you know, the MCs and the dancers that I look up to and shit like that.
Yeah.
But I pull from all kinds of shit.
Yeah. I think Bugs Bunny's a good answer.
Bugs Bunny's...
He's the original troll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is the original troll.
The original troll, just trolling.
And he's gotten his. You know what I mean?
He does, yeah, but...
He gets his, but overall...
You can't keep him down.
I love Bugs Bunny. And then, you know, like, I'm more of a duck person. So Daffy and Donald are to me the guys that always will be second place, and they'll never get the respect they truly deserve.
Oh yeah.
And that's why I like Ric Flair, but I like Macho Man. Because Macho Man was always second to Hogan. Yeah, I mean, he would never get the true respect he deserved, but he tried his best. Even he was a better villain because of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I like the villain role.
The villain.
I like the villain role. That's a jerk, but he doesn't cross the line. He knows he will also bring it back.
Yeah.
Because he knows there's good in him.
Yeah, definitely.
That good heel.
Yeah.
The good heel.
Yeah. Macho Man was like that.
He's a good heel. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like him and Ricky Steamboat hated each other. But in the end, like, you knew Macho Man like was such a character. Eventually he would win the title. And he did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, Hogan helped him, and he couldn't stand that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
How dare you help me? Do you know who I am? You know what I mean? And like Ric Flair's kind of the same thing. Like, he's the biggest jerk, flamboyant asshole. But like, he would bring it back and be like, yo, you know who I am. You know what I'm about. I do this shit. I'm Ric Flair, fool.
I'm Ric Flair.
Like, and then, so but then he would, you know, the crowd would get on his side, and then he'd turn. He'd do a heel turn. Yeah. And he'd be like, yeah, you thought, which I don't know what you thought, but this is what it is. Like, that's me, like, completely me. For like hip hop, like that's my hip hop.
You thought, but too bad.
Because I mean, like, that's my way of approaching MCing and b-boying.
Yeah, that's tight.
It's a lot of you know, and then obviously, like, you know, I got people that I look up to in the dance or in the MCs categories and shit like that.
So what I was gonna ask you again was like, because you're originally from Vegas and came to Sac. Like, how do you contrast those two scenes? Okay, so I'm actually originally from Sac. Or yeah, that's right. But you moved.
But I lived in Vegas for like
high school, right?
My junior high and most of my high school years.
Okay, yeah. But you started hip hop like your hip hop world out there, right?
I would say that like everything opened up out there because, you know, I did I rapped or whatever. But I was like a little kid, like still just trying to figure life out. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But when I went out there, the hip hop shit just like, I don't know what happened. It just, everything opened up. You know, junior high and high school is a very important time in kids' lives. So, you know, that's when, you know, shit was cracking. The difference between Sac and Vegas, I could only give you a little bit of that just because like I wasn't here for the cuff or the time when like, you know, like when Gerald was just getting going. I wasn't here for that. I only saw videos of what I saw. Like from Freestyle Session Seattle and shit like that. So like I had no clue about Matt Cash. I had no clue about like Skittles. Yeah. You know what I mean? My breaking at the time was locally influenced by like Rock Skittles, Full Force. Those guys were like the guys. You know what I mean? And they would always battle. And at that time, it was at park jams. So you just did at like a park, or you did it at a rave type thing, like or you battled at people's garages. Like you would go garage to garage and go battle fools. Or meet them at a park. There was,
meet
you know,
at the mall.
Yeah, meet them at a mall. You would end up battling in the middle of anywhere. And in Vegas, there was only one jam a year. There was only one jam a year at some high school, and you came with it. Yeah, I mean, whereas
if
like
you flop, you got a whole year to wait.
You got basically, and like, whereas we were watching videos of like Freestyle Session and Fat Pounds and we were watching all this shit from California, mostly from Southern California, and we would see jams all the time. Like, yo, they're doing this, they're doing that, and we gotta wait a whole year. So it was a mission for like when Knuckleheads first went to Enter Out for Fame. It was like, yo, you went, and we were like 15, 16 years old. You know, like there was no way I was gonna be able to go, just due to my own circumstances as a kid. But like we would look to California like, yo, like this shit is they do jams all the time. And then when we first saw Texas and we saw the Air Flares, like we were like mind blown. So then like we saw Marlon and we saw Moy.
Moy was like young.
You know, Havoc Koro, Nightcrawler.
Oh my God, that guy was dope.
You know what I mean? Like there was like all these guys that we were just like, oh, yo, this is insane. Maya, because he was like super flexible. So we had Danny and Knuckleheads who was like super flexible. So he like looked up to that. And we you know, Circle of Fire. All that kind of stuff like really influenced the style elements, of course. Not really meant a lot to me because they're from Northern California. So when I found that out, I was like, yeah, that's my neighborhood. You know what I mean? Being in Vegas. So when I would see them come out to Vegas, I was just like in awe. You know what I mean? I don't know. The times were just different at that time.
Yeah, it really was.
When I came to Sac, it felt more aggressive. It felt more aggressive. It felt more like, ooh, this is dangerous. Like,
there was a
I mean,
this is like early 2000s or like late 90s. There was a lot of like freaking,
because in Vegas I didn't get that it felt dangerous vibe. There might have been some things, but not like that. Where when I came to Sac, I felt like, ooh, they might fight. Actually.
You'll get smoked and then get beat up afterwards.
Like I felt that vibe. But I was with the shit. Like I was like, oh, I like this. You know what I mean? So, because even in Vegas, I was the shit talker. So when I come back to Sac, I'm like, oh shit. Like it was like a reminder, like, oh yeah, like, yo, you can still get into a fight.
Exactly.
I was like, yo, this is crazy though, but I'm with it. Like whatever, fuck it. Like, it was just a different time. I don't know, man. Cruz stuck with Cruz. You didn't like, you wasn't a part of this and part of that. You were just this, and you rep this. And fools breaked in the garage and just, you got smoked. You would try to get better and come back, and then you would try to smoke them at the jam, not just enter the jam.
Yeah.
Whereas like now,
the competition didn't really mean that much back then in the early 2000s, late 90s. It's like, this is just the like show on the side, but like you came to battle that motherfucker.
I was telling Young King something one time. I was like, you know why like K-Mel really was dope to me? And he was like, why? And I was like, it wasn't because his fool entered competitions, because I don't really remember K-Mel entering too many competitions.
There's really just a few.
Yeah.
Like on
a tape scale or a video scale. There really wasn't a lot.
Lords of the Floor, I think, is really it. And then maybe like a couple others, but all the battles of him was in a cipher that they just caught on the footage at like Bboy Summit or whatever, and they put it in the video.
Right.
Because
he went to jams to battle fools.
Yeah.
He said, who is your dopest person on the West Coast?
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I'm coming for him.
Yeah.
And like, he didn't go for the competition. He didn't care about the $100 that you might win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He didn't care about none of that. He came for this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I saw him at Pro Am 99 on a video.
Yeah.
Where he just is going after everybody.
That like massive cipher.
Yes,
with
the Ultimate Circle.
The Ultimate Circle, yeah. I think it was just him and Migas just called out everybody.
It was Migas, him, Mighty Mouse.
Yeah.
It was basically Boogie Brats.
Okay.
And then like Flowmaster, Ken Swift.
Flowmaster did a crazy ass move in that circle.
And see, he was always going after Flowmaster.
Yeah. Them two had a strong beef. That was dope.
And see, I remember Crumbs lost to Iron Monkey. And then Crumbs called out Iron Monkey at I believe Furious Styles anniversary in Arizona. After the Pro-Am battle. But he called him out in the circle. He didn't wait to the jam.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying to enter a jam and call Iron Monkey out. He was trying to call him out there.
I remember.
And I've seen Iron Monkey enter jams, call people out.
Yep, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that to me has been lost. That is lost. Like, the last crew I remember doing something that similar was Battleborn going to Massive Day. And calling out Massive Monkey at Massive Day.
Yeah. We're showing up to your thing. And also, we're not going to pay.
Some shit, you know what I mean? Then just like that.
We're battling you guys, and then we're just going to bounce.
And yeah.
That shit is tight. Yeah,
you don't see that.
Yeah.
That's that heel mentality to me. Like, that's that good heel mentality. Like, yo, they're going to be at what jam? Yo, we're going there to smoke them.
Yeah.
Not, yo, they're going to be at what jam? I hope we get them in the second round.
Yeah, that's whack.
You don't, that's just butter if you get them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
ooh, it's just the icing on the cake.
It's just icing on the cake that we're going to smoke you now.
Yeah.
Like, and then, like, even then, sometimes in the competition, like, the crew might have thought that they beat the other crew and they lost, so they'll call them out in the circle.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You don't see that as much anymore.
Not that much at all. I mean, to be honest, the last time I saw that was at the BC one when Menno called out the Kazakhstan dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how many rounds they went after that, but I think Menno probably really thought he lost, and he's like, fuck it, I gotta show that I won this or whatever, and like called him out. But
there was people that just came for the cipher.
Yeah.
There's people that just came for the battle because they had a rivalry with that person. And sometimes rivalries were built in the circle or built in the competition. Yeah. But you would make your name that way. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's lost. Yeah, I feel like that's lost. I don't see enough of that anymore.
Yeah, why do you think it's disappearing? Because I see that it's disappearing too, and I don't know why.
I don't think there's enough rivalries.
Yeah.
I don't think there's enough, like, healthy rivalries. You know what I mean? Like, you know, these guys might have had an issue through dance, but, like, they're cool as hell with each other. I just think I'm better than you.
That's a good mentality.
You know what I mean? And it happens. Yeah. Like, MCs do the same shit.
Yeah.
They're like, yo, man, you're dope. You're like truly dope. But if you put me on your track, I'm coming to smoke you. I'm coming to smoke you on your track.
Is a feature on a track kind of like a battle in a way?
Sometimes.
Like at least you approach it that way?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just the song that you're trying to make a good song.
Okay.
But if you're doing like this lyrical, like I'm trying to show you my skill shit, sometimes it's like, yo, I'm here to smoke this track.
Yeah.
Try to keep up.
Yeah, that's tight.
Try to keep up.
That's tight.
And then sometimes you pay the person because of their skill level, and you know they're that dope and they're gonna kill this track. So yeah, I might get smoked on it, but I'm gonna try to keep up.
Yeah. It's good to have that kind of I guess incentive to do even better.
Yeah, I want to try to like keep up with the people that I'm on a feature with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if, you know, even like in a crew setting, like you just did a verse that was so dope that you got to go last because your verse is that good. Or you did a verse so dope you got to set it off because dog, you set it off.
Yeah.
Like this is where the bar is.
This is the bar, so
now you got to get here.
Yeah.
I feel like Breakin should be the same way.
Yeah. It at least used to be. I think it's kind of like it's weird now. It's more mainstream.
When Rhythm Bug showed up, that was a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was a problem. Like Rhythm Bugs is here.
Oh, you're gonna get beat up and smoked.
Yo, this is gonna suck. We gotta try to keep up with this.
Yep.
And if you did just a small amount of keeping up, that clip of you might get you an exhibition battle. It might get you flown out. It might get you this. It might get you that because you kept up with the dopest crew there. Yeah, you got smoked and you lost, but this clip is gonna live forever.
Yeah, you might get
that Mighty 4 thing that I did. We lost that battle, but that little time, that little clip, lasted for a lifetime.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, you know what? I've actually told this to a lot of people. Is because after you win a jam or something, go like 5 years down the line. Is anyone gonna even remember who won that jam?
Exactly.
Like, so if your goals are just to win the jam, you're probably, I mean, it's fun to win a jam, but
it's great to win the jam. You want to win the jam,
but
if you enter the jam.
But the more important thing is probably to just wreck people and get into the dopest battle you can and just wreck it, because that shit is gonna be remembered.
That's how Super Crew was formed.
Yeah.
They were like, yo, we're taking the best of our crew. And we're gonna call
just
out
wreck people.
All the crews here.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go circle to circle.
Yeah.
And just call out everybody.
Yeah.
Win, lose, or draw, we're calling out everybody.
Yeah.
And dude, they did that. And that footage circulated. And I mean, now you know who Super Crew is.
Yeah.
For like how long now? You know what I mean? Like it's been years.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like you gotta face the best. You have to, because if you don't, you're gonna be that guy in the garage. Yeah, that's the like.
Do you remember the battle of it was Lego and Migas versus Flips and Cloud?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think it's who can
roast
the most. Do you remember who won the jam?
I believe
it's probably Migas and Lego if I was to put my money on anything.
Yeah, it was Migas and Lego, but
who the fuck remembers?
That battle
was like a semifinal or something. It was like a quarterfinal, and it was so raw. Fucking dope.
And that was Young Cloud.
Yeah,
that was Young Cloud.
I can vividly remember the whole battle, but I don't even remember who won the jam. I don't remember who entered the jam. I just remember that fucking battle.
I watched that footage
so many times.
Yeah, I've watched that jam. A million times. But that one battle is insane.
It's
dude, another perfect example, like a recent thing. What's homie's name that does all these things and gets to his head and
Tata?
So Tata versus the Power Dude from Monster Energy
from
Pocket.
Yeah, Morning Owl.
Yeah, Morning Owl. Yeah, Pocket. So Pocket comes out.
That was a freestyle session.
Yeah. crazy power combo.
Yeah. You're like, it's over. And
It's
then
over.
Tata comes and freaking double, or he backflips over some shit.
And Tata just blows it up with that drill. Like,
I think, what did he do? He did like a backflip, catches bop, doot, boom, drill. And I was like, fuck, I don't know who won that battle.
And you know what? It doesn't even, like, I know what happened, but it doesn't even matter because that one clip is gonna last for fucking
Forever,
ever.
yeah.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about.
And that was a
moments.
prelim battle.
Right.
That was a prelim battle. Who won that fucking jam? I don't remember. I think it was probably the dudes from Japan, maybe, but
maybe.
Like, I don't know. I don't remember.
I can't remember who won that jam, but I'm sure.
Actually, that was the one-on-one, so I don't even remember who won the one-on-ones.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure. Shout out.
It wasn't either of them.
Shout out to the person who won.
Yeah, shout out to them.
But that one clip.
Your battle got smoked by that battle.
That clip is insane, bro.
Yeah.
That clip is insane.
Yeah.
Like I'm more in for it for the memory.
Yeah, that's
true. I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what I try to do with MCing too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in it for the memory.
Yeah.
Like, yo, yeah, this dude got me on this verse. But I said this shit and people remembered it. I think that's lost as well in dance. Like, it's not always about the win. It's about the everlasting effect of that one thing you did. I think that's more key, if that makes sense. I really don't want to. I don't want to like overstep my boundary and like disrespect any legends either. Like, you know what I mean? Like, when I brought up like Crumbs and Iron Monkey, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to disrespect either one of them because they're legends.
Yeah, no, they put in their work.
You know what I mean?
They changed the game.
I don't want my words to come across wrong, but I just want people to realize that like it wasn't always about the jam.
Yeah.
It wasn't always about the jam. Like, fools really think it's about the jam. They lose in the second round, grab their shit and go home.
Yeah, that's like a kind of sad part of the scene nowadays is like people just all they care about is the competition.
Yeah.
And what also frustrates me is like the event is even like kind of assuming that's going to happen, so it tailors itself around that.
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad that it's kind of this cyclical behavior that's just going to make it so that people only care about the competition.
Yeah.
And I understand why people do it because you can win, you can get some fame off of it or whatever.
Look, man, there's people that pay their bills with the money.
Yeah.
I get it. You know what I mean? I get that b-boying is a business at times.
Yeah.
But I also know that like the memory of what you do on the floor can last a lifetime. At least it feels like a lifetime, because that can get you more business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that can get you more opportunities because you did something that was just so unique at that time and moment, and you caught the vibe at the right moment.
Yeah.
People pay for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People will spend hard-earned money to get you to their jam because they want you to create a moment over here too.
Yeah. Do you think that breaking is ever gonna be like this, like, I don't know, sport kind of thing that people are really going out of their way, you know, like say like kind of like UFC or something where there's like a big fandemonium kind of around it?
It can get to that point. It's a dance.
Yeah.
So it's an athletic dance.
It's unique though because like it's not like salsa where you're just, you know, you're dancing with girls or whatever. This is like actual like competition too, you know, because it has this competitive nature of it too. So you really can kind of do sport-like qualities to it.
I feel like overall, all dance, like everything with dance in general, dance is a very competitive thing because you put your actual self, your character into what you're doing, and you put in the time, and you want to be appreciated for this shit too.
Yeah.
I feel like as athletic as b-boying is, because it is athletic, on the right platform, you will see more kids interested. I just feel it has to be on the right platform. Right now, I feel like all styles is more popular because you can do a little of this, a little of that, a little of this, a little of that, and you're not really a master of any of it.
Yeah, and I also think with all styles, it's gotten particularly popular because of like the Les Twins. They just won that one competition. I mean, this was a couple years
They're
ago.
dope.
They won that competition.
Now, see, they're a master of their style. Though.
They are, yeah.
They're
a master of each other's style too.
Don't get me wrong. All styles is a hard shit to win. It is not easy. I don't. It's not easy. But there's a lot of kids that just get into it because they are too lazy to finish an actual part of the dance.
Yeah.
Like you didn't really become a popper.
Yeah,
but you know how to do.
You can do some waves or something.
Yeah. You didn't
You're not
really
really a b-boy, but you got a sick CC.
Yeah, you can do some six steps.
Yeah.
You're not really a crump dancer. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You can buck.
Yeah. You can do like the basics and you try to do it all and hit a beat and you know the words to a song. Whereas like Les Twins, they take the time, effort, energy.
They made their own style.
And they're amazing together.
Yeah.
And they know each other. I mean, they're twins. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they took their time and figured this shit out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's where, like, b-boying, man, it takes time. It takes effort. It takes energy. And you got to have the patience because you're not going to be good in a month.
No, you're not even going to be good in a year.
Like,
probably, shit.
It's going to take years before you really understand yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Let alone the concept of each move and what it takes to get that move.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there's a whole generation of us that still don't have all the moves.
Who has all the moves?
You know what I mean? Like like Tet. Tet wrote down a list of what to get, how to get it,
long ass list,
and check it off when you get it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot of us that never checked off every box.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm only at like half.
So I mean, like, you know, all styles is way more popular in that sense because there's a lot of kids in all styles that don't master everything. And then there are masters of the all styles because they mastered the style that they're into.
I think the in all styles, the people that are like not so good at it, it's the ones that just try to go, okay, yeah, I get a little pop in, a little bit of lock in, a little bit of breaking. Let's mix it all together and hey, I'm an all styles dancer. Now the guys that are good though are the ones that said, I don't need to do all these styles. I need to take the best of it. It's Jeet Kune Do of fucking dance, right? And they're like, I gotta just understand this music so well and take every little good piece of it, all this stuff, and make my own thing out of it.
Yeah, I mean, look, man, at the end of the day, you're supposed to have fun.
Definitely.
You're supposed to have fun. Just know that there is somebody out there that is competitive as shit that is coming to take your head.
Yeah.
And that's with all dance. That's with emceeing. That's, you know what I mean? That's like life situation stuff. Like, yeah, you got a job, but there's somebody out there that's coming to take your job. And they will take your job.
They will take it.
You know what I mean? Because you're in the way and I'm better than you.
Yeah. That's true.
And that's life. Like that's just life, dude.
Yeah, that's the kill or be killed mentality, I guess.
Yeah, and you're supposed to have fun at this shit, but like just know, you know, you better be able to defend yourself.
Yes, definitely. So like, what do you think is in store for like the hip hop scene in the future? Like with COVID, with like social media, with all this different stuff going on, like what do you think is coming?
My personal opinion, with I think mask will forever be a thing now. I think.
So you're telling me Future got it wrong with the mask off?
Yeah. No, you gotta have mask on for sure. He
mask on.
Yeah, no, he messed that up. Mask will be a thing in general, just like restaurants and stuff like that. You'll see a mask for that. You'll see masks a lot. Cleanliness. There's gonna be a lot of hand sanitizer like going on. It's gonna be. I mean, you might. I know everybody has their own way of thinking on it. I'm just saying, you're gonna see a lot of this is gonna be a very normal thing.
Yeah.
And
hopefully the B-boy jam starts smelling better.
Jesus Christ. Hopefully B-boys in general, there's more B-girls or more girls that show up to these B-boy jams. Cause B-boy jams have done it all for gimmicks to try and get people to come. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like there's been all kinds of stuff like, hey, do this, do that. I'm guilty of it too. Like we've all done it. It'd be nice to see more of a female presence at these jams, at these events.
The B-girls are good nowadays. And there's just not enough of them, but yeah.
The B-girls nowadays, I don't want no parts.
Yeah.
I don't want no parts of them in a battle.
Oh, I'm going to lose.
Yo, there's so many B-girls that are just naturally dope. Like where I'm like, I tell my son, yo, check this out. Yeah. And he'd be like, yo, she's killing it. I'm like, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
You know, I feel like B-girls or just females in general have like kind of a better sense of musicality a little bit, like entering into it. I don't know why that is, but it just seems like they're more musical. And then the B-girls that are really good nowadays have like really tapped into that, and they're like, I'm gonna smoke you with this now. And
but I don't even how do I put this? I don't even like see it like, oh, it's a B-boy versus B-girl anymore. It's like, yo, you're about to get smoked by her. Yeah. Like just yo, you can't play with this one. You better go out there and try to smoke her because she's coming for your head. Yep. You know what I mean? Like you better step it up. Yeah. At one point, there was just like a select few. Now it's like, yo, they can all get down. Where I'm like, yo, this is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, yo, she's not here just to like be cute and like, look, I can do this. I can do a little 90. I got a swipe and a head spin or some shit. Like, nah, she's coming for your head.
Yeah, she's gonna smoke you.
Yeah, I've seen some shit where I'm like, yo, and onto your subject, like onto your point, the dancing is just crazy. Their dancing is just like, yo, they're just to me, they're just naturally just dope at tops. Yeah, and I think a lot of B-girls have really figured out their style and how to, I guess, combat, say, a B-boy who maybe has more athletic ability or something, like how to just combat that. I mean, with their own athletic ability, but also with their own like natural talents too. Just how do you beat that? And dude, shout outs to the B-girls because these girls out here just smacking fools. Yeah, and rightfully so. Yeah,
don't smoke me, please.
Whoever's big brother is teaching them, like, yo, man, shout outs to them. Yeah, because yo, they're killing it. Yeah,
there's that one girl from Japan. I think Katsu taught her. I don't know if she won BC1 or what.
Look, man, my favorites are like Nairomi and her sister. Yeah. Like those. Yeah. They're my favorites. Like,
Narumi is, goddamn.
Narumi's always.
She flared 90 or something, and I was like, fuck.
Narumi smoked me.
Yeah.
At Peace of Streets.
I remember that
in the finals.
Yeah, I do remember that.
She smoked
because she was hanging out in Sac for a little while, but yeah.
Yes.
She was just wrecking people. I mean, she was probably the first B-girl I saw that was just amazingly crazy good.
Yeah, when I first saw her, I was like, oh,
unnaturally crazy good.
And then she's entering with Dietrich. I'm like, yeah. Good God, I'm done.
And that was when Dietrich couldn't flare, and she's just, here's a flare 90. Like, oh shit, all right.
Yeah, she's just dope, dude. Like her and her sister. Her sister is so dope. Like, yeah, I don't even know any other way to put it. Like, they're great.
Crazy good, yeah. So the last thing I kind of want to talk to you about is, like, I know that you're into boxing. I know you're into cooking and stuff. And, like, do you see those like I guess creative hobbies as like any does that tie into breaking and hip hop at all?
Cooking for sure. And the only reason why I know that, this is gonna sound crazy, it's because of you and your brother. Because you guys showed me, you guys have shown me a lot when it came to health. When it came to health, on how to like, yo, I'm drinking this because these chia seeds help you do this, and that. Or, you know, like eat like this. You know, I didn't really get it. You know what I mean? I didn't understand that for a long time, and you guys already knew it. So cooking, you know what I mean? Like, I tell Morris this shit all the time. Because Morris's diet is the worst diet I've ever seen in my life. I don't care. Morris, your diet is trash. Pure garbage, fool. Like the beats some of these producers be sending me, your diet needs to go with those beats. Like, this man's diet is one of the worst diets I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I don't know.
If Morris, I swear to God, if Morris took just a little bit of time on his dieting, on the way he eats, this is coming from a fat man. If Morris took just a little bit of time, bro, the energy and impact he would have during competitions would be insane.
Yeah.
Because, oh man, you can't eat burritos and pizza and burgers and french fries all the time after practice or before practice.
Yeah, that's
like, you can't do that and expect to feel good.
Yeah.
You might feel good because you feel good because, like, yo, I ate a dope ass meal, but you're not gonna feel good in the way that you probably should before a jam, or a competition or whatever. Like, yo, man, you gotta slow that shit down. And I'm preaching to the choir, but I mean, yo, dude, like, I know if you're competing, what it takes.
Yeah. Morris is an anomaly. He can eat some wild shit.
Ben too.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I was gonna say Rodney too. I seen that guy eat some wild shit.
Ben,
I'm like, damn, dude, how do you still?
Ben is one of the. Ben, you're trash when it comes to eating shit. When it comes to eating, I've seen Ben just go ham. Yeah. Animal style Ben, bro. Like,
shit.
Like Ben at like an In-N-Out.
In-N-Out, yeah.
Or like a Fat Burger or some shit.
Oh.
Yo, Ben is a fat man in a skinny body.
Yeah.
I've seen Ben inhale some shit where I'm like, bro, how the hell are you doing this?
Yeah. They must
trash.
Yeah, they must be they're probably the type of B-boys where, like, if they weren't dancing so much, they just blow up.
I would feel bad. Yo, welcome to the Fat Man Club. 'Cause you don't want this life, bro. You don't want this life.
You know Dummy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, goddamn. That guy, I feel like he gets fatter and better. I don't understand it. I remember when he was a kid, he had like one air flare and he was skinny. And I was like, this kid's probably going to be dope. And then he started getting fat and I was like, oh, it's over for him. Nope, now he's got 20 air flares. Like, fucking shit.
Dummy is a different type of dude, but it does do a lot of wear and tear on your body.
Yeah, I imagine.
You can actually ask him about his, his shoulders and shit like that.
He's told me about it.
I tore my ACL. At the weight I'm at, I should not be putting that much pressure on my legs. I deserve what I get. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to tell, like, fools. Like, yo, man, if you're gonna be competing, you gotta eat like you're. You know what I mean? And then boxing, I only do because it's my leg. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get myself back in shape.
Okay.
Boxing is not something I'm doing because I'm trying to be out here knocking fools' heads off. No, I don't like getting hit in the face.
It's not fun.
I don't want to get hit in the face. I'm just defending myself.
Yeah.
But I'm doing this to try to stay in shape.
Yeah.
And boxing has always been my fallback when it came to dance.
I see. Okay. So have you been doing it for a while?
I've been doing boxing for a long time.
Okay. I've always wanted to get into boxing.
I have a very I know my technique is trash. My technique is trash. But I know how to throw. I know how to throw a punch.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I know how to duck, dodge. You know what I mean, I can do a lot of good stuff with boxing. And I know people that are way better than me. Way better than me.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
always gonna be someone better than you.
Yeah, no,
just
man.
don't
Those
fight them.
straight smoke me, fool. Like, I don't want those issues.
Just be friends with them. Don't fight them.
Look, I'll hit my heavy bag. I'll hit my double end bag.
Okay.
I'll do my timing stuff. You know what I mean? I'll do all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I use that as my fallback from breaking, just like anything else. Like, if I'm not breaking, I'm doing this. Cooking is a very important part of this shit, and Ben and Morris's diets are trash.
That's hilarious. You know, cooking, I wouldn't say I'm like a good cook or anything. Vince is actually a pretty good cook. But I know that cooking is interesting because it really takes a little piece of creativity to make it, to be good at it, right? You know, like, because sometimes you just don't have the right ingredients to make what you want, but you know the flavor profile and you can kind of make something similar with the ingredients you do have on hand.
Yeah.
You know, and then you can definitely play with some other weird ingredients to make something cool. Sometimes it sucks, but sometimes it's dope.
I feel like Vince would be like the cook from the Muppets.
Yeah, what the fuck is that guy's name? And he just makes a mess.
Yeah, and it's like
and then he eats like Cookie Monster with like blah, 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 and all the cookies fall out of his mouth.
I feel like Vince would be like that in the kitchen.
I've seen him cooking. It's been messy. Yeah.
That's dope though. But yeah, like you and Vince, you guys were the ones that put me onto that shit.
That's dope. Yeah. Well, sick, dude. This has been a dope podcast. Like, we're hitting an hour and 17 minutes right now. So we should probably close this show out.
Yeah.
So, where can people find you? I know you're on Spotify.
Spotify, iTunes, Apple Music, Instagram. I'm always on Instagram. I'm always on Twitter talking shit.
Talking mad shit.
Twitter is
hilarious.
Twitter is my home. I don't know why more people are not on Twitter. It's like the greatest.
Twitter is freestylesession.com except with everybody.
Yeah, with the message board? Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is definitely the message board.
It's the message board.
Yo, and I get to talk to everybody, and they respond.
Yeah.
I've had beefs, like Twitter beef, whatever.
Yeah, you can start a rapper beef, and you don't even need to be a rapper. I'm gonna become a rapper.
I've seen it done. I've seen it happen. Where I'm like, yo, I was just talking to this fool. Now this fool is a monster. Like, yo, man, Twitter is my shit. Mahtie Bush 916. That is basically for everything.
For everything.
Facebook, Instagram, MAHTIE BUSH 916.
Okay, and that's on Spotify as well. That's your handle, or it's just Mahtie Bush.
Mahtie Bush.
Okay.
If you type in Mahtie Bush on Spotify, it'll pop up. Yeah, man.
150,000 downloads, I think, or something close to that.
Like 150,000 streams so far this year, total. That I know of, because I know that there was a lot of streams that just happened on these albums that were older that I've had. That happened. I didn't even count those yet.
Okay.
So I don't even know.
And I guess, does that even count what's on Apple or iTunes, I mean?
Only for Spotify.
This is only for Spotify.
This is all I counted for Spotify. I haven't even counted my Apple Music stuff yet. I don't even know what Amazon looks like. Or Tidal or any of that. Like, I don't even know what that looks like yet.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with it. I want more. I want to perform. I want to get back out here and do these shows. I miss it. I miss being in front of crowds. I miss being on stage and then going into the crowd to watch the headliner and see how everybody reacts to me standing in the crowd.
Oh, yeah. That's tight.
Because that is a different feeling. When, like, you get off stage and you go into the crowd and they're like, yo, you were just on stage. Yo, where are you from? And I'm like, I'm from Sac.
Yeah.
They're like, what? You're not from Sac? No way. And I'm like, yeah, fool. It's because my style, it sounds like an East Coast style.
Okay, yeah.
Which, to me, just sounds weird when you tell them it's an East Coast style. Like, for me, I'm like, I'm just a rapper. Just an MC. It's just the stuff I grew up on.
Yeah.
I have an old style, I guess. Like, it's just a very hip hop. When someone's like, yo, that's the real hip hop, like, I guess that's me.
Yeah.
Other than that, yo, man, I'm a horrible person, but a beautiful man. That's about it. That's all I got.
And I guess I'm horrible because I love this guy.
Man, I'm a terrible person. I try my best not to be, but look at me. I'm a beautiful man. It's hard not to be.
All right. Well, with that being said, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Sorry this show sucks.